Smackdown Live, ladies and gentlemen. We got a decent show again. But this show pissed me off beyond no end. It did. It did. And I'm going to open with the thing that I should end with. But I've already done this video twice and I just want to get this over with quickly. Wyatt's versus American Alpha. Calm. Don't you mess this up again. Breathe. Bray Wyatt once again loses. Bray Wyatt once again is a joke. Bray Wyatt is irrelevant now because now it's Randy Orton and Luke Harper having a battle against each other and Bray Wyatt is in the middle of them both. No one told me last week. I'm asking again because as far as I know it's only 2 weeks, not even 2 weeks, nearly 2 weeks for them to be holding a title. I think it was 2 weeks, maybe almost bordering on 3. You guys tell me below if I'm right about the time of being maybe 2 weeks. And you explain to me other than what I'm about to say is why they did this. Bray Wyatt should be relevant. Bray Wyatt, not Luke, not Randy Orton. Randy's already relevant. Luke Harper doesn't need to be relevant in this situation. He needs to go off on his own and do something entirely different. But Bray Wyatt, who is the most unique individual we've had in such a long time, next to The Undertaker, next to Kane, next to Mankind. 3 iconic characters. He could be number 4. And what do we got? Nothing. He now is an afterthought because now that Luke Harper and Randy Orton are now going to fight one another, or will eventually fight one another in the next couple of weeks when calm down, don't blow this. When Royal Rumble comes around, my prediction is that they're going to start fighting one another and this situation is going to explode and then Randy Orton's going up against Luke as well as Bray Wyatt. That's what I believe is going to happen. That's what I know is going to happen. And this is dumb. It's so stupid. Bray Wyatt deserved better than this. He should not be doing an angle like this. He should be something special and he's not. And I want to say this very clearly. I don't hate American Alpha. I like them. I think they're a great team. But we need the Wyatts to succeed so Bray Wyatt should succeed. And we're not getting that. Next. Carmella versus CJ Lude. I don't know who the hell she is. She reminds me of Mae Young. Because of her ring attire. Not many women still wear that type of ring attire anymore. Very few women in wrestling, like Shine, like in Lucha Underground, like in Reality of Wrestling, TNA, very rarely do they wear types of clothes like that. Very rare indeed. And it was a shocker to see. But in the end, she put up a decent fight and then she gets her ass handed to her by a Carmella who is working with... Look, I'm not against Ellsworth. I'm not against Carmella, but come on. That's like water and oil. Why do you mix them together? They don't look like they should mix. But it's understandable for the situation that Carmella's in. Because she has no one to wrestle. She's not going to wrestle Becky. She's not going to wrestle Alexa. She's not going to wrestle Naomi. Supposedly she's out. And I'll be saying something about Naomi in a minute. And she's not going to be wrestling Eva Marie. What is she supposed to do? She's got to work with Ellsworth, which is actually getting over to a certain extent. So, almost got to kiss Ellsworth. Yeah, you got to be doing that kiss. I'm hoping to put a picture of myself doing that stupid kiss thing because I'm not doing that. But in the end, it's okay. Now, Dolph Ziggler versus Kalisto is actually good. I'm saying it now. Dolph Ziggler facing Calypso was good. Facing... calm. It kind of upsets me to see that they had to go this far with Dolph Ziggler so he would become relevant. Because when it really comes down to it, he's relevant now. By snapping the way he has, going after Kalisto and then going after Apollo Crews, we actually got something really compelling. When he did that interview, he didn't say a damn thing. In fact, that's what I hope he keeps doing on the main roster of Smackdown. I understand talking smack, and I haven't seen it yet. But when it comes to the main roster, when he does an interview, doesn't say a word, it actually works for him. No words, just go out there, fight, lose, kick someone's ass, and then leave. It actually works. But knowing that this is a way to get him relevant, but then does it mean that he actually will get anywhere, is where it drops to the floor, because again, this is to try and get him relevant. This will probably make him very relevant, and guess what? The WWE will not put him in the main title scene. Where are they going to put him? IC title scene. What is the point of that? Why should we care about him being in the IC title scene when he should be in the world title scene to see if he can actually do it? This is the way I see it with Dolph. It's not what... Calm. The last video I did, I was so angry, I cut it out. Over 7 minutes of footage. I cut that sucker and I had to delete it. I got so angry. But this is the way I see it. Dolph Ziggler can easily get over. But the question is he easily over as a champ without anyone to support him? We don't know. We've never seen him in that position. I know I've said this dozens of times, but it gotta really clearly state this, that the gimmick he's doing at this moment, snapping, kind of like Matt Hardy did, makes perfect sense for his character. But unlike Matt Hardy, he's not going to possibly be pushed into the main title scene and do anything. The most will be the IC title. And even then, they won't push him for long. So going through all of this seems interesting, and it is. But then it seems like a joke. So I'm moving on to Natalya and Nikki Bella. Nice brawl. It actually looked better than the men. Their brawl looked better than the men. There was no words. There was an attack in the back. Nikki comes out, fights with Natalya. Natalya fights with her. It actually felt right to see that type of brawl with them. I still believe that Tyson Kidd should be involved in this. He doesn't have to actually be there. He just needs to do a couple of videos to try and make this interesting. Because Nikki Bella should be saying something against TJ Watson. Against Tyson Kidd. He should be talked about. But they're not going there. They're talking about John Cena. They should talk about Tyson Kidd. Where it would actually make sense to make it even more prevalent for Natalya to get even angrier. Because it should be even more personal for her, because her husband is not there, and her man is, and that's not even her husband. It's just a guy she's fucking. That's what that is with her. I'm not being mean to Nikki Bella, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just being honest. If you're going to see it by a woman's point of view, in some cases, you got a woman whose husband is injured on his job, and is not getting the same, what would you call it, like, perks that a John Cena in the same job would have, and he got hurt, but then they give him way more than what Tyson is. So that should make her even more angrier. That would make a perfect story, and mostly be true. Now, Becky Lynch and Alexa Bliss are going to have a match next week. Steel cage. I am so wanting to see this. This is going to one-up Raw. This is one-upping the 30-woman Iron Man match. So calm. The Iron Woman match that Raw did was great. But doing a steel cage match as the main event for Smackdown would be better. It will be better. And I'm going to be so anxious to see it. But there's one thing that hurts my feelings. No Naomi is going to be involved. Because either she's hurt, or she's in the back and they're just not putting on television. That sucks. Let me see. Anything else I need to say? No. It's time for the final part of the night. Corbin has been buried. Or Corbin's been buried. This is the way I see it. It upsets me to know that Baron Corbin, who last year won the Memorial Battle Royal Championship, whatever you want to call it, the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal Cup, he should be doing something relevant, and he hasn't. Then what has he done? Dolph Ziggler? Kalisto? Dolph Ziggler again? What? Sami Zayn? What has he done that's been relevant? Absolutely nothing. Only when he did the Dolph Ziggler, AJ Styles, and that match with him included in it was the most substantial thing he's done. And now he goes up against John Cena, who's notorious for burying people. Now here's the question I pose to everyone here. Has he been buried? The question is going to be posed because, Morgan, you and I, we care about Baron. I truly believe Baron Corbin, the Lone Wolf, should be doing something more substantial. He actually could be a very good IC champion. He's still very young in the business, so he needs more time to develop himself. And I do believe he needs that. He could easily get the IC title. Easily. But let's be honest between each other. The way that he packaged, you see I'm botching because I don't want to think this. He's been packaged wrong. He's been presented wrong. He's been put into matches wrong. And now he's gone up against John Cena, who needed a tuner match for AJ in 2 weeks. Baron Corbin buried. I think that will be the name I'm going to use for this title. I don't want to think it. I don't want to feel it. But I do believe after this, they're not going to do anything with him. Yeah, he'll be shown around periodically. Maybe he'll start fighting with Kalisto again. Maybe he'll fight with Apollo Crews. Maybe he'll even go after Rhino. Or Mojo Rawley. Or even Heath Slater. But what does that really mean? A guy who should be way up here. This is the bottom. This is the lower card. This is where he should be. He's here. After what happened to John Cena, he's here. The question is going to be, how badly is he in the undercard? Because he's got nothing left. And that's the thing that hurts me the most. I really believe that he's buried. But this is just my point of view. You guys tell me below. And I hope you enjoyed the Zane review. Please give me a comment below. I will get my TNA review out when I get to see it. Hopefully it can be done Friday. But usually I do it on Saturday. And I really hope you guys do like my Reality of Wrestling 144. I tried very hard to do it right. And I hope you enjoyed the new intro for that one. I have not done the intro for this one yet. I am working on it as we speak. It's kind of hard to find the right music and the right images for it. I will be reusing some of the images, but I want to add more. Have a good day. Have a good night.